Hey everybody, we are playing Biomutant today. Just a fair heads up, I am not a professional YouTuber, and I do apologize in advance for the quality of my audio. I have, however, stumbled across a really neat trick to quickly and easily farm the materials you're going to need to upgrade your weapons and armor far quicker than scrapping. Now, I know online, pretty much all I've seen is scrap, scrap, scrap. That's the way you got to get those resources. And yeah, that does work. It is tedious. It is so tedious. And by accident, I have stumbled across this, and I'm so glad I did. I hope it doesn't get patched down. Right now, it's still working when I made this video, but I hope you all get to take advantage of this. So, what I'm going to tell you is sell. You're going to want to sell pretty much everything you don't use. And the better the item, legendary items, rare items, they are even better. Sell them. You want more money. Your money goes a lot further than scrapping ever will in this game, and it's because of this trick. So, let's get into it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. As for the tip, there are a couple suggestions I have. Number one, when you level up, I suggest putting points into charisma, getting it pretty high, decently high, because when you're saving money on items, it's going to help provide more resources for you. Also, it does not hurt to put points into luck. Luck is great when it gets higher because you're finding legendary items left and right, and it's good all around for resources or money. So definitely important. Two, this is really important. Get familiar with your miscellaneous items. Understand what resources they provide you. A good tip here is when you're scrolling through these, you will see down at the lower left what resources they give you without actually having to go into this menu. I actually wrote all these down as a reference for later. Saved me time, but that's just me. I'm kind of a OCD a little bit. So once you've done that, you're going to want to know a third thing. The third thing you're going to want to know is certain vendors throughout the world. Now, all of the vendors that you need to make this trick happen require side missions. They're usually pretty quick, but it's something you're going to want to do fairly early, and you only need one to make this work, but two is ideal. But the first one here is Juju. That's where I'm at now. And Juju is, if you don't have any of them, he's the one to have. He is the go to only because he has a lot of resources. This is the guy you're going to want to use, absolutely. And he's over here just to the right of the Tree of Life. Second of all, you got Mito. Mito's the second best. He's got a lot of resources too. I use these two. You can use multiple. It doesn't really matter. Third is Lump, and Lump is down here under the tree roots, right next to this nuclear power plant. Lump doesn't have a lot of resources, but you know, if that's all you have. And then we got Boom right here. Boom's over in the dead zone. So those are the ones I found so far. I'm sure there's probably others. Like I said, you only need one, but two is best. So what you're going to want to do is go down over here to Mr. Juju. And you are going to want to go buy out all of his resources, all of his miscellaneous items. What's also good about this is if you're low on funds or you just have a lot of all the resources but the one you need, you can just buy the items that you need. You don't have to buy all of them. And with me, I don't buy the sunglasses. I don't think they're worth it. These fruit ones or whatever, the juice ones, some of them have some resources. I don't bother with them. I stick with everything else. Alright, so you bought him
Hey,
out a
no
resource,
problem.
or all of his miscellaneous, sorry. And you're going to want to fast travel to one of your other vendors. We'll go over here to Mito. Alright, so here we are at Mito, and rinse and repeat, same thing. Buy all of his miscellaneous items. Oops. And you guys can see how cheap these are. I do have a high discount, but even when I didn't, very affordable. And like I said, if you don't want things that provide water, don't buy the ones with water. You know, you can buy whatever you want. If you're short on funds, you don't have to buy them all out. Just buy what you need. Alright, that's it. We're going to show you what the real secret is. We're going to go back over to our buddy Juju over here. Alright, this is it, man. Go right back to Juju. And lo and behold, his inventory has restored. Now, it's not always the same, but his resources will be back. And you just rinse and repeat. Go back and forth between your characters. And you can see how quickly you can accumulate the resources. So,
sharp dealing.
I did this before I started this video for maybe 7 or 8 minutes, and you can see the amount of resources I've gotten. I mean, look how quickly you can accumulate things. So that's the trick. Pretty cool. Also, another side note: there are other vendors that this works with as well. There's 2 of them that I like a lot. One of them is Honky over here at the base of the Tree of Life. He sells weapons and armor, and early on in the game, really early on, you can go to him and buy really powerful. What I remember is like handles for your handheld weapons, and you can just deck out all your weapons with a really strong handle. And shoulder pads. He has some really good resources. Just go back and forth with him, and you can get some good armor and weapons early on. And secondly is Miss Maya over here. Maya, after you complete her side missions, she sells add-ons that are fairly decent. They're pretty strong. They're not the strongest ones in the game, but they're damn good. And as you can see, I've actually accumulated quite a bit of them. So, really good resource to use. So there you guys have it. I hope they don't patch this out anytime soon. I hope you guys get to use it. And thanks for watching.